Hi friends, I've been talking to YouTubers and we're talking about YouTubers that are making money. They call it monetizing, and I'm afraid I'm not going to make it to 1,000 subscribers. I'm not worried about it because I'm just not. It's not my purpose. My purpose is to share things with you that I've learned over the years, and also that I may avoid as well as do differently. Now you're saying, Jim, what are you going to start with? Okay, first of all, this is the Old Timers Net, and I'll just say that I'm 76, and on the 13th of this month, I'll be 77. Now, 76 and 77 is when men no longer are in good enough health to live. So let's hope it for me that I'll be living at 77 and still be giving advice, whether it's appropriate for you or not, but I hope it's appropriate. Now, here's where we are. I'm going to talk about yesterday, which was Christmas. And I don't have children. I am married. So what we did was we cooked up some simple stuff. And it was good. It was good. And then we called my two nieces. See, my brother and my brother's wife have passed away. So all we have are two nieces, and we sent them gifts, and FedEx charged us $200 for 4 boxes. I just mentioned that to let you know what the cost is becoming to ship things. I can see why people are giving gift cards instead of gifts. Most of the gifts were for my nieces. Got 2 nieces, and nieces like toys, so we sent them toys, and that's what bulked up the boxes to $200. Okay, so we talked to all of them, for all 4, 2 nieces and their daughters, for about an hour or 2, from Fresno to Madison. And it was enjoyable. It really was. And that was my Christmas. Today, the day after Christmas, I returned some items that I had bought from Amazon. They let us return them to Kohl's, Kohls, and then we went to Boneyard to eat. I just had shrimp and baked potato and slaw. My wife had fish, half the baked potato, and a salad. And just so you know what the cost was, it was below $40. It's becoming to the point where the cost of goods are hitting toward $30 to $40, more toward $40. But we don't mind because we don't have any other relatives. We don't have sons and daughters that's coming back because they had a bad marriage or something like that. So we don't have any. In fact, we had no visitors yesterday. I wanted to be sure to mention we only had phone calls. And that was fine. We had phone calls. My brother's dead and his wife's dead, so that just left 2 nieces and their 2 children. So it was a good Christmas, and low cost, good phone call. Yeah, we had good phone call. Now, just a minute here. I wanted to be sure that electricity was turned on to the I'm not even sure if it's being charged. Hopefully this will last through the charging of this Dell computer that I bought for $50 that I've been using for 300 or so videos. What can I share to make you happy? I want you to know that I care for you. I want you to give me any advice. I need advice, folks. The advice I need is how to do YouTube better. Now I know the background's not any good, so I know that much. I got a new phone here. I hope it's coming through okay. And that's about all I can say that I know about YouTube. I know how to make this video. I know how to upload it on YouTube.com. But I don't know how to entice people to want to listen. I really don't. And I know a lot of it is because I don't have I want to say a particular target that I'm trying to reach. And when I say target, I'm talking about I'm not talking about how to smoke cigars. I'm not talking about how the best beer you can buy, the best cigars you can buy. Yeah, they're on my website. They're on my YouTube. I enjoy seeing what people smoke. I enjoy seeing what people drink. And last night I was looking at what people drank as far as beer. They restricted it to beer. So I don't have anything like that going on. I have what I refer to as a chat. You and me talking. And if I knew what people would jump on, I'd do it. I tell you what people jumped on once. It was one about being lonely. And I don't know if I got 3,000 or 4,000 views on it, but that was the top one. The other three top ones were on long COVID, long-term COVID that comes more than one time because the virus doesn't go away. And we may talk about that for a minute. I've had COVID for the fourth time about a week and a half ago. I had to go to the urgent care center. Then they wanted me to go to the emergency room, but instead I waited a couple of days and went to the doctor. Then he pumps me up with cortisone, with antibiotic, and I know antibiotics not for a virus, but because I have lung conditions, it was to prevent bacteria from entering into that scope of my life. And to make things worse, 2 days later, I was supposed to have a blood test, and he was going to examine me for more long COVID problems. But I get a phone call from the secretary saying that he no longer no longer works there. Well, okay. You can guess, I can guess what happened. I think he was in bad health. I think he was in serious health from people that saw him in the mall and other places. I think it might have been so bad that he had to stop. Okay, so right now I don't have a doctor. I'm checking around to see what doctors here know about long COVID, because it keeps coming back. I have it 4 times. And not only that, I have other symptoms like heavy breathing or hard to breathe, no sleeping, very little sleep, a lot of medication to be able to just to fall asleep. I have to take about 3 different medications. And then I don't want to get up, of course, because I'm sedated. And well, I'll tell you the truth, you probably know from other videos that I'm a mental health worker, licensed as a social worker, licensed as a marriage and family therapist, licensed as a clinical addictions therapist, licensed as a school psychologist, and in Kentucky a psychologist. Now, you're saying you're super bright. No. I took courses over and over and over. I took the test for psychology 3 times before I passed. What I had to go through to get all these licenses took about half of my life, okay? But the second half, I built a private practice in 2 states, Kentucky and Indiana, and made my retirement money. I'm not going to say I was a mediocre therapist. I've said that before, I guess. But I was a therapist that would listen. I wouldn't judge. I would let them give their own suggestions what they should do with the future. How they could correct what had gone wrong. The fact that I was like I am now, laid back, listening, I had a tremendous amount of traffic coming in. Even transferring from other counseling centers. Now, I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you, if you're nice to people, they'll come back. That's all I'm saying. I was nice to people and they came back. I hope I did something good to some people. I know I did to a few because they got off drugs. So let's leave that subject for a while and talk about the future. Now, being 76, I want to do something new. I want to go back to writing books. In 1969, I wrote my first book. I put out around 15 books, self-published. Sold about 100,000 copies total. Love poetry books. Now here I am again. Now we're talking about 69. I mean, I was a teenager, or a little bit over a teenager. Here I am again at 76 saying I think I'm going to go back to writing. But it can't be love poetry. It's got to be tweaked. It's got to be tweaked and talking about lost loves, losing loves. Will they come back? Things like that. So, that's about all I can share tonight, you know. I hope you enjoyed it. I did do a YouTube last night, and it was a good YouTube, I thought. And then I played it back, and it wasn't what I hoped it to be. That's why you didn't hear from me yesterday. So maybe Maybe we'll get together again tomorrow. I hope so. Have a blessed day. God bless you. Let the blessings of Jesus, what would I say? Let the blessings of Jesus overflow you. Good night.